Good evening. My name is Sopra Singh and my student ID is 106295, and today I talk about the presentation of intercultural relation, and my topic is how people preserve and talk about the miscommunication. This research is made by the Thomson had grown by in recent year, author explained the language barrier diversity in a culture sector. Furthermore, author also investigated the emotional responses which include of frustrated, confused, anger, anxiety, and of communication of our relationship, trust, and well-being. This study identified cause by of miscommunication like culture difference and norm culture code. Culture influence of perspective, benefit for the for domestic trust and good relation and effective communication and techniques and if we are talking about the culture influencing in my culture we no in not my culture if I talk about the article they have mentioned the miscommunication they have a faced with the issue they influence how they influence in a culture that is face they have a good relation and trust just because they have a culture influencing in this article. Barrier to intercultural communication, having trouble interaction with peoples because I have observed that in the article they seem they have trouble when they have then they communicate with their people they have that's the story of the Spain and the Spain they mostly speak the Spanish but the guy they speak the English they have the two brother they speak the English only but and they have faced the barrier how they communicate with the Spanish because they can't understand the Spanish so they have a face it non-verbal communication gestures and body language eye contact and face that is a very common for like all if I give my example if I give my own example in this non-verbal conversation when I go to meet with another person and I just say that this one that is a hello and that is called sasrikal in my language and but in the article they have they have a normal communication like with the eyes with the hand that's been a verbal communication in a article. Language as a barrier, as a hesitate to communicate in a language because they live in Spain, so they have very hesitate to communicate in a Spanish guy. They so they have a face too much problem to speak and how they have to write their own works and if I trustly talk about to my perspective on this when I came here the first day I also faced the problem just because you know I speak a very well English according to my perspective but I have a no confidence and I feel like why I talk with this guy it's not a good but it's a little bit good for me to improve my conversation skills. Business communication, working together with the foreigner partners and extending global business. And if I talk about business communication, that is a pretty good, pretty good for the not pretty. Oh, sorry. I in this article they have a miscommunication with the business communication, so they have a face with how they have opened the business in the Spain. But they have a face how they communicate with another the customers, how they serve it, how to how we can do it. So they have very difficult, they have faced this issue, they have a miscommunication during the year. Part C, reflections, dimensions of culture, enhance to build strong relation. If I talk about to my personal opinion about to the reflexive dimension of a culture, we can have a we can have a individually work. For example, as in India, I have my parents have two businesses, so they have like two businesses. My brother have own business, my father has own businesses. But I've they have they have work individually, and they earn for they individually work for their businesses, and that's why they have a dimension of not in my culture, that in my family they how they improve their ourselves and like dimension culture. It focused on more objective and unbasis communication by making people more conservative of their own prejudged and preconceived. I think I think so. They have like in the New Zealand we have seen that one of a major thing in India we can call to the name by the any respective elder by the ma'am sir, but in the New Zealand we can call their name the any their name. Alternative culture patterns, opportunity for the cross-cultural learning and exchange are provided by the culture patterns. It may be take result to increase self-awareness and more global perspective. For example, if I talk about my Indian culture, they have alternative culture patterns in India. They have different religions and different festivals. Content between the culture. Content between the culture. We have a seen. I have seen plenty of things which I have observed in content of culture. They have general economic opportunities and grow their self in our field. Immigration and equity. The economic benefit for the immigration growth and invasion, it will be still a vital tool for the international relation and culture diplomatic on their global scene. They will enhance the goodwill among the people and nations. For example, if I was living in India and I have a misconception with I have a very wondering about to how I have like a work in New Zealand, how I can communicate, because in India I didn't go anywhere and I did not meet to any too much person. But when I came here, I saw that I met with too much person. So I culture within a culture, equal right and social justice. Because in India we have Indian, we have many of culture in our culture, like say Hindu, Muslim, Gujarati, and all. Identify and subgroups. In future, cultural communicate will increasingly understand the value adopted, including the language and communication strategies, and hopes various identify and the subgroups. For example, in Indian, especially we have a identity, especially a Sikh, we have an identity of a turban, and they have a they have a no subgroups, and no subgroups of reflections of my presentation.
Okay. You're saying your identity. So, in fact, you have already said it, but you did not mention it.
The identity
What's
is
your
me.
identity? Okay.
Me, identity is a turban.
Yeah.
Yes, but they have a no subgroup, so I can't explain that.
No, you belong to the subgroups because there are so many people in New Zealand, different cultures, as in different, you have Chinese, Mexican, whatever, but you can easily identify yourself because you're wearing the turban.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
That you are part of the subgroups.
Okay, so that's why I was confused.
Yeah,
So
because the example is correct, except that you're not able to explain it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one question. You mentioned about, okay, how will you, because you mentioned from your statement, I heard that you said that when you were in India, you do not have so much association with people.
Yeah.
And then when you arrived in New Zealand, you said that you were exposed with different kinds of, different nationalities of people. So how is going to help you in the future?
It can be.
You want to stay here in New Zealand for long?
Let's see. I don't think so. Maybe.
How many
I'm
years?
Not sure. I'm not sure about it. Like 2 more, 3, 5.
Maybe given the chance, if you have a business here, you may stay for 20 years, right?
If I open the business after a 2 year here,
Mm.
so definitely I will live here. Just
Yeah.
because I upgraded myself in New Zealand, or maybe not.
So my question is, since you were not exposed with people in India, but now you're exposed to people in New Zealand, how is it going to help you in the future? That experience, how is it going to help you in the future?
I observed that I saw my experience in India. I didn't, but here how it can be improve my communication skills and improve my way of talking, and how I know that how to deal with the peoples, and how to solve the problem in a workplace, especially because right now I'm working in a simple freight that is in a Mangri, and I feel I learn every day new things. So that's a pretty good thing for my future goals. What I want to do. Maybe in India I will open a business, a radio factory.
Very good answer. Very good.